Hello and welcome to the Content to Buyer Masterclass. My name is Jordan Molina. I am the co founder of the Social Tiger, along with my CEO and co founder, Mark Ramsey. What we do is very simple. We help you generate high quality leads on LinkedIn. Of course, what that means for you is a higher possibility of conversion. And we do this through content, through DMs, and through positioning and authority, auditing profiles, etc., etc. So, without further ado, let's get right into the nitty gritty of the things. It's a beautiful sunny day here in Vancouver. Please follow my journey here on LinkedIn as well. I encourage you to follow. I share LinkedIn free, LinkedIn generation tips. And at any point, if you want to reach out in the DMs and have a free LinkedIn audit or free profile audit, please let me know and we will arrange that for you as well. We currently have a couple of spots on next Thursday. I think we have maybe 2 or 3 spots available next Thursday. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday coming up. So there you go. Anyways, let's get right into the good stuff here. Okay, so content to buyer masterclass here. In the meantime, please let me know that you're here, where you're from. If you can hear me, everything is working here. I just got a mic here, so it needs some fine tuning a little bit, but everything seems to be okay. Please let me know that you're here in the audience. Please let me know where you're from. Where are you tuning in from? And also, if you have any questions along the way, I will monitor chat and I will address your questions as well. Okay, so why your content still gets attention, but still does not create buyers. Of course, this masterclass is for people who, first of all, are starting out on LinkedIn and don't have any engagement, but it really puts forth the goals that you should have with your content. Because actually, some of my lowest performing posts and metrics, I'm talking about 10 comments and 6 likes, have been my high quality lead posts. That means that I've gotten 1 or 2 or even up to 3 high quality leads from that content, because I'd say there are lurkers on LinkedIn, right? So if you're not fueled by likes or if you're not fueled by engagement, there are lurkers. What do I mean by lurkers? People viewing your content in the background without any engaging, without any proof of them engaging, without they're in the background looking at your profile, reading your posts continually. But then once it's the time for them to reach out, they reach out. They say, "Hey, can you help me?" So that is the pure nature of an inbound lead. Hey Jordan, how's it going? Yeah, I've actually known Jordan for quite a while. He's a great guy. Just had recently a LinkedIn audit with him. He was really, really awesome. His goals are very, very clear in his mind. He wants to grow on LinkedIn. So please show him some love. Please go to his profile and please follow him. Please give him a like on his content as well, because he's a great guy and he deserves it as well. So it's all about supporting, all about growth here on LinkedIn, all about seeing whether we can mutually support one another, and so on and so forth. Of course, pods are a different thing. Of course, I'm totally against pods. What are pods? Pods are like groups that you pay into that mutually support posts automatically without like mindless drones, AI comments, and just like I don't know, it's crazy. LinkedIn is absolutely crazy. So this is the time to create a content plan to motivate buyers. How do we do that? Well, we will get into it right now. So first of all, we're going to start with what people think content is, right? Or even like great content. Or when you see a post with thousands of likes and so on and so forth, what goes through your mind? Oh, it's getting attention. Oh, wow. Well, right. So people think content is to get attention. To a certain degree, that's true. But there's two differences: wrong attention and right attention, right? Wrong attention are people celebrating your posts, stroking your ego, say, hey, wow, Jordan, you're so awesome. And this post about it feels good, right? When people say that. But then your DMs, maybe one or two, and then that's it, or even zero, and then that's it, right? And so, how do you motivate people to talk to you in the DMs? Or that's the true nature of the inbound lead. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to replace your strategy when growing on LinkedIn. You have to have an outbound system. Outbound means you actually proactively doing connections with other people. And I think LinkedIn under the premium, depending on your account, allows from 150 to 200 connections per month that you can add, or even or even greater than that. I think it's like one 150 to 250 connections that you can actively add each month in an outbound way. But then comes the other half of it of inbound. Inbound means people reaching out to you, right? So I find a great mix of this really helps you grow in a healthy way, because a predictable system is this: outbound and inbound, outbound, inbound, right? Then you can create a predictable system of growth. Now, there are influencers like Yasmin Alich and Laura Costa, and like they're incredible creators on the platform. Don't get me wrong. I follow their strategies, and they're absolutely great people as well. But uh, they rely on heavily on inbound people or people reaching out. But the majority of us do not have big brands on LinkedIn, right? We don't have big brands, so we have to put in the effort to actually reach out in the DMs to people first as well. That's how you grow, and continually fine tuning our content as well. Building engagement. Of course, there's nothing wrong with engagement, right? You have peers, you have people, you have potential clients. Engagement tells people that you're active, and I mean, but just to give you an example, there have been posts where I've gotten 250 comments on a post, and it did okay. I got like one or two inbound leads, but then there are posts that I did that only got 20, 15, or 20 comments, and they got 3 or 4 inbound leads, or greater than the post that got 250 comments. So engagement means nothing. Engagement is just like an ego stroking for you, right? It feels nice. It feels nice to get noticed. It feels nice to respond to comments. It feels nice to get major activity, but those are only vanity metrics. If you focus on engagement too much, that's where the danger is. Of course, you have to build your profile. Engagement is important, of course, but you can't make it the primary focus of your strategy. growing followers. Followers are good. Uh, like it was a little bit of a headache with some clients, but they were great people. They were very, very good. They're actually still our clients, but just to like maybe motivate them not to connect with every single person. People can follow you, any people can follow you, but what you allow on your first degree network should be sacred, or should be your network, right? People that you want to um, interact with, people that you want to DM, people that you want to really get into your lead pipeline uh, routine, so to speak. Hey, Shannon, how's it going, Shannon? Let's see. What's up from Managua, Nicaragua? Okay, good. If you haven't followed Shannon, please follow Shannon. Shannon, how are you? Actually, we we have to meet with Shannon. We're gonna collaborate with Shannon, and but just like this client fulfillment, Shannon. I'm sorry, I just saw your DM just like 20 minutes ago. In the group, I haven't been too active in the DMs. My DMs are absolutely crazy bonkers right now, and so just like ordering who I should get back is kind of a headache. But Shannon, you're in our thoughts, and we will get back to you soon. Okay, no problem. Okay, so and the fourth one is making you visible, right? Of course, each one of these 4 points are good, like are very, very good. But your content has to have focus. Your content, I mean, your content has to have focus to get inbound leads, only inbound leads. If it's not getting inbound leads, then you have a problem. Then you have to tweak. You have to see the examples that you're using. You have to see your stories. You have to see if it's really resonating with your audience, right? Uh, like for instance, I'm a big video game buff. I used to be, and I still am a little bit, but there's some things that I do, like in my past content were about like video games and stuff like that. No inbound leads from that because not other people are interested in video games, but yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is. You have to tailor yourself towards your audience. You have to really, really see what your audience wants. Now, how do you do that? How do you see what your audience wants? Ask them. Ask them. Go to a profile. Go to LinkedIn. Um, Ask them if what they would like to see from you in content wise. Ask them what their challenges. Present it like not like a sales pitch. At first, you are not going to get clients by pitching your services. You are going to get clients if you're just starting out, or if you're building a following, or if you have tons of engagement, or and not really, really, really um, um, going well in the lead department. You are only going to get high quality leads by doing a couple things. First of all, by making sure that you know what your audience wants. Many, many times when I'm doing my content, I say, okay, is this what my audience want, or is this what I want them to know, right? Do I want my audience to know this? Or is this truly what my audience wants? They're two separate things. Two separate things. Usually, if you say this, usually, if you say to myself, this is what I want my audience to know, you're going down the wrong path. You're going down the wrong direction. Your content has to match your profile, and your content has to be 100% about them, not about you. So, Um, it's a little bit complicated at first, but it gets simpler, right? So you post, right? They engage. Nobody's moved to do anything. That's the end result. Okay. So what what content actually is, what real content, what really good content, what motivates buyers. The right person feels seen. Remember, not everybody. If you're posting to everybody, this is not going to work. The right person feels seen, whether he's watching in the background, whether he's engaging with your post, whether he likes your post, whether um, that's happening in the background. The right person feels seen. The deeper the problem, the deeper problem gets named. That means problem where make sure you're always educating, but make sure you're making your audience, the right audience, problem aware of their own situation. Buy your words, buy everything. Like LinkedIn Lives are a great source of people, how people see who you are, how you act, how you speak. Like they're a great, great tool for this as well. Not that you can't grow with text and selfies and text image posts. You can, obviously, but your writing skills has to be very, very fine tuned for this. So, what's an example of a deeper problem gets named? Okay, so let's say if a company is having a lead flow problem. Okay, so okay, I'm having problem getting leads. Okay, why? Why are you having trouble getting leads? Oh, because people don't like what I put out. Okay, um, why? Okay, that's good. Why don't people like what you put out? Oh, because I don't know. And then people are just like, I don't know, right? But the deeper problem never gets named, right? The deep problem in that situation is of a lead flow problem. The more deeper that you go, why don't people like what you put out? Oh, they don't like it. But fine tune it, really think, why don't they like it? It's because you're focusing on yourself. It's because you're focusing on what you think your audience wants to hear from you. It's because you're focusing on what you want your audience to know about yourself. Oh, my audience doesn't know that I'm this, I did that. Oh, I better tell them. In certain circumstances, yes, it's okay to let your audience know that you're working on a project, and but you can't come across braggy, because people can sense if your post is a little bit braggy. And if it's a little bit braggy, they turn off. So that's a deeper problem that never gets named so far, right? Growing followers, the buyer's reality. So so in reality, we got to focus on growing followers around the buyer's reality. What do I mean by that? Is like, okay, so you have to really fine tune your customer journey and see what your potential customer really, really wants, your potential client really, really wants, right? Your dream client. Map it out, and growing followers among those people by the way that you do your content, by the way that you present yourself, by the way that you DM other people as well. And then, well, down the bottom of the funnel, the bottom of the funnel is when the buyer is ready. The next step feels obvious, right? They've been following you for a while. They've been looking your content, maybe giving it a little likes, or maybe they're a lurker and they're like, well, I got to contact Shannon. Oh, I got to contact Jordan in the DMs now. Um, I feel I feel compelled to do so. And once they feel compelled to do so, your content is doing your work 100%, right? Of course, this does not discount, again, this does not discount DMs. You can't be lazy in the DMs. You can't. And profile optimization. You cannot be lazy in that department. You got to fine tune your profile, and you got to don't be lazy in the DMs. Whatever. Continue outreach, connecting in the DMs, but connect on a human level. Don't pitch your services. Just connect and see if there's a need for your services. If there's no need, move on to the next one. If there is a need, yes, okay. And then, if there's just a little need, allow your content to do the work. So here's what happened. Nowhere to lie. Okay, so my last masterclass was about positioning and about authority. Last 2 weeks, and so what happened is that I connected with many people before that. I said hello. I sent them a voice DM. Connect, just human connection, no pitch slapping. And then I went on the LinkedIn Live. I invited them to the LinkedIn Live. They were watching an audience, and then they reached out in the DMs saying, "Hey, how can you help me?" There you go. That is an example of how you can do it as well. Anyone can do it. Okay, top mistakes is this, like I said, creating unclear content. Sometimes we don't create unclear content. Use AI. Use Claude. ChatGPT is okay. Use Claude.ai for this. Make sure copy paste your profile. Okay, copy paste your post that you that you have written or that you wrote, and say, is this aligned? And then Claude AI will rewrite your post. But of course, you don't want to copy paste that. Now, I know the tendency copy paste it. No, you want to fine tune it, make sure that it's good, and then post, right? Get feedback on AI about whether your message is aligned. I can't. Um, okay, so I come from a tech background. I'm a computer programmer, engineer. I've been in sales for 25 years in marketing. What I do is I talk to AI. Right now it's Sunday. I'm going to go out for 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, and walk around. I talk to AI on my phone all the time, trying to fine tune my content, trying to fine tune everything, trying to, you know, see, just like brainstorm with AI. Don't, don't, of course, it's not your counselor, right? That's a different story. There are some people that use AI for their counseling, but that's a different story. No, don't do that. But check every single day. Download Claude, pay $20 a month, download ChatGPT if you like ChatGPT. I personally like Claude. So chat with Claude every single day. See what's working, see what's not working. Over time, what will happen is Claude will be your second brain, and it'll brainstorm for you. But of course, you always have to direct it, right? With the right kind of prompts and with the right kind of thing, right? Of course, AI driven content is very, very obvious here. It's meaningless. It's actually kind of a little bit trash as well. But the content that you produce can be better with AI, right? Not trash like the other content that I see. It can be personalized. It can be used in a good way, right? So you can use AI in a good way, or you can use AI in a bad way, right? So using AI in a bad way is actually knowing how to use it, knowing how to prompt it, knowing how to do everything to make sure that your brand voice doesn't get lost. And of course, fine tune it. Fine tune it, right? What I mean by fine tune it is make sure that it's to your voice and human, right? So there you go. Okay, posting just to be seen. There are many hooks. There are many hooks that are very like give me a headache. They get attention, but I'm wondering this guy or this guy or girl doesn't get leads, right? Because she or he is just posting to be seen. Like controversial topics, of course. That doesn't mean that you have to create docile content. You have to give your opinion on things that are going wrong. You have to stand up to things that other people won't stand up to in your content as well, right? So think of what is happening in your industry that you disagree with. Post that and tell them why you agree, your stance on it, or tell them why you disagree. Tell them your stance on it, and tell them a better way to do things. And focusing too much on likes and views, again, likes and views get contagious. They're ego driven. I was unfortunately I was driven by that for a long time, for maybe 6 months beginning. I'm like, oh man, this feels good. I'm gonna keep on doing it. And our metric to see whether our content is doing well or not is only likes and engagement and comments. That's not good. Our metric should be leads, how many leads that post brings. And if we're not getting leads, continually fine tune our content with the use of AI, or get on a call with us. Me and Mark will be happy to guide you in this regard as well. So, not understanding the buyer is very important. Not understanding the buyer and the buyer journey and what the journey, and not using psychology and sales psychology, right? Uh, Sales psychology is one of the most important things that you have to include in your content. If you don't know sales psychology, learn it. Take a course. Um, Again, get on a chat with Mark or I, and we'll be happy to guide you for free. I mean, this is the way that we want to give back, because LinkedIn has been very, very successful for us, and we love LinkedIn, and we love our network as well. So again, likes and views do not equal buyers. So many people think that the more content, the more comments, the more visible, the more opportunity I have to sell. Not necessarily, because your message is not good enough. It's too broad. And then when you get on chats to sell, the people that want, they're like, I think about it. I'm gonna, you know, I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't need it right now. I was just curious. You get those kind of leads that are not high quality. So a lot of things to think about, right? Um, I'm. I think I'm making sense. Let me know if I'm making sense, or if you agree with this, or if you have a different point of view. Let me know in the chat. 81 people have registered for this LinkedIn Live, and I'm so happy for the support as well. So, yeah, just let me know if this makes sense. Okay, so this is a good graphic. So content that gets attention. What what do we see here? The buyer is stuck. at the top of the funnel. So it's content that gets attention but creates no movement. Buyer is stuck. I mean, you're just getting attention and you're just getting people thinking, maybe, yeah, maybe I'll work with him a little later. I don't know. I don't think I need this right now. And then we have content that creates trust and movement. The buyer is at the end of the funnel already a client. Whether you charge 3K, 5K, 10K, 50K. So, yeah, we always have to remember this, okay? The next is no buyer journey. We have to have a buyer journey mapped. What is a buyer journey? It's content to them actually buying. We got to map that out in our brain. We got to figure out the steps in between, and we got to make it a pleasant experience for our buyer. 100% audience focused on our ideal audience. Not, oh, I think I'm going to post about the time where I closed $5,000 in this regard. Yay, yay for me. Yay. I got pat on my back. Yeah, yeah. Ego, ego, ego. I'm not saying not to post that, of course, but give your audience value at the same time. Here's how I did it. I did this. Don't give generic tips, give everything. Okay, so no buyer journey. It says we post to stay consistent so so people know that we're alive. Hey, I'm here. I'm here. My name is Jordan Molina. Hey, hey, I'm here. I'm here. Or we say content on the other image, call to action, and operations, right? So operations means let them know what you did and at what time and be specific about it. So we have our buyer journey mapped. Every post educates and moves the prospect. Remember, every single post should do this. Not just, oh, I'm on the weekend, I'm having a hike in the forest, yay for me. No, you gotta be reflective about how to benefit your audience 100% of the time, even on your weekend post, if you post on the weekend. So, in summary, here we have one post, one problem, one buyer. It's simple as that. If you don't know the problems of your audience, ask them. Ask them in the DM. Oh, I'm actually doing a survey. I don't know if you want to participate in it. I'll give you $10 Amazon gift certificate if you do. Uh, what has been your challenges to grow? What has been your challenges with leads? Like, what keeps you up at night? What worries you about your pipeline? People are usually responsive to that. Why? Because we've done it. When I was starting out, I did that, and I got a whole bunch of responses. So if you're scared about investing, and if you don't have the cash, and if you're strapped for cash, well, that's different, right? But little by little, everyone can really fine tune their spending habits, and if you want to make it possible, you can make it possible. I remember, like 3 or 4 years ago, I couldn't afford any coaching program. What I did is I talked to my wife, I talked to my son. I'm like, okay, we need to make this work. Um, what can we do to trim out expenses? And then we were disciplined, trimmed out expenses, and I was able to afford a 5K coaching program. in over 6 months, and it was the best decision that I've ever made. So, where there's a will, there's a way. We're humans. We make, again, I'm going to say this, we prioritize things that we think are important. If we don't think they're important, anxiety will take over. Where there's a will, there's a way. Every one of us have been through financial troubles, believe me. But if you don't have money to invest, that's okay. Put in the work, educate yourself about different AI tools, educate yourself about your trade, educate. Spend 5 hours a day educating yourself. See where spending can be cut in your lifestyle, and do the work and be disciplined. Save up for that coaching program that you want to be involved in, or save up for that tool that you want to get. It'll change your life. It'll change your life for sure. So stop posting to impress. Start posting with to connect. Tell the story that they identify with. I can't stress this enough. Tell the story that they identify with, not you. We have many stories, but I see founders telling the wrong story all the time. And it's boring. It's a boring story. People don't get it, and people are just like, okay, whatever. Scroll past, no clients, no nothing. If they do not feel seen, they will not move. Attention is not the win, buyer movement is. So I hope this live really impacted you in the way that when I received this information like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, I was like impacted by it. I'm like, whoa, this is kind of like groundbreaking stuff. So I hope it moves you and impacts you. At Social Tiger, we care about you. We care about your growth on LinkedIn. We care about your philosophies. We care about your lifestyle. Hoping that you have a great lifestyle as well. And LinkedIn has the power to do this for you because it's done it for us. I can't stress that enough. So, again, follow us. Give me a follow. My DMs are always open. If you have any questions, please reach out in DMs, and we're here to support you. It's been 38 minutes. Wow, thank you so much. We'll see Christy. Thank you so much for coming, Christy. Go follow Christy. She's from Florida. Florida is beautiful. So thank you so much. And thanks so much, Jordan and Shannon. This is Jordan Molina from the Social Tiger, and I warmly welcome you to my LinkedIn Live next week. This is part of a series that we're doing now. Of course, topics are purely based on what our audience tells us. It's not my thoughts. It's not AI thoughts. It's what our audience purely tells us about LinkedIn lead gen and what problems they have. We have a whole list of hundreds and hundreds of problems that people have on LinkedIn. And so these lives are a part of that, focusing on the problem that people have on LinkedIn because we want to see you succeed. Thanks so much, guys, and we will see you soon. Until next week.